course, there's the radio control world that can give you a great driving experience. And get you in a lot of trouble. But there is another thing that we haven't talked about here. Something that has the excitement of radio control, the detail of model building, and the fun of a Hot Wheels track. It's called slot cars. Check it out. Now, the idea for the slot car was pretty simple. Put an electric motor in a model car so that it would move under its own power. Now, of course, that electric motor needed electricity, and that came from metal strips in the track that ran alongside of a slot that was designed to hold the car on the track. So popular was this idea that before long, every kid in America was begging for a slot car track.
During the exclusive view of Gilbert flyover chicane. Watch the stock cars in slow motion. Up and go.
Now, early slot cars were pretty crude, but that didn't matter. People loved them, and for decades, slot cars ruled. But after a while, as time marched on and new toys came out, the interest in slot cars waned until you hardly ever hear about them anymore. But just because you haven't heard about them much lately doesn't mean they're not still around and haven't evolved over the years. Matter of fact, about the only thing that a vintage slot car set has in common with the new stuff is the... Carrera is one of the largest manufacturers of slot cars in the world. And their specialty is large 1/32 and 1/24 scale cars. And these are incredibly detailed models of modern and vintage race cars, street machines, muscle cars, and even police cars. But they're not just fancy paint jobs. No, these things feature working headlights, tail lights, brake lights, all kinds of stuff.
Back when I was a kid, slot cars really weren't quite as highly detailed as they are today. And I think mainly the detail really attracted me to them.
Now, just like the original slot cars, these modern slot cars are still powered by electric motors. But now there's all kinds of tweaks and adjustments you can do to them, so you can fine-tune the speed and the handling of the cars to match the style and difficulty of the track that you're running on.
Well, you can just buy them and you can run them out of the box, and most people do that. But you can do tuning to the cars. Basically anything you can do to a real car, you can do to a slot car except get inside.
Of course, the biggest drawback to slot cars in the past has been the slot itself. You had two different vehicles running on two different lanes, and that was it. Well, that has all changed with digital control. Now you can run numerous cars at the same time in the same lane. You can pass. You can cut them off. You can run people off the road. You actually have to drive these things, and each car has its own unique handling characteristics.
Carrera makes a wide variety of accessories. We make grandstands, like you said. We make little mechanics, little people to sit in the grandstands. We make spectator towers. We make pit buildings that can sit alongside the track, and you can put the little mechanics, sort of pose them in front next to the cars in the pits.
And when you add to that the incredible detail and the realism of these cars, you'd swear they'd almost drive themselves. Now, this is not your dad's slot car set. This is a whole nother world. And what you can do with it is limited only to your imagination. Hey, this race is starting to get interesting. Yeah, it is. Reckless driving.
across the road.
Well, why would you want to do that?
I'll tell you on the other side.
Holy flying feathers, Batman! What was that?
Yes, Robert, I believe we just hit a giant plastic chicken.
All right, men, here they come. Everybody get ready.
Oh, that's just great. Man, Shortfall, what do you think you're doing?
There's no way you just did that.
I'm surrounded by idiots.
I would Hey, boy, what's this? That's not my foot.